video. This is going to be things I wish I knew when I was younger, or things that I did ask my mom when I was younger, or I looked up on YouTube. I do just definitely want you guys to have like a trusted source when it comes to these things, and not just someone trying to make a video about it or just pop another video out there. I have spent my time on this, and this is stuff that I definitely do know that I went through and the things that I've had questions about. So these are just my experiences personally. These are not other people's experiences. Your experience may be different. Okay, so the first topic is pads versus tampons. I definitely love both of these, but on my heavier days, I will be using pads, and I will be using the maxi pads with the double wings. No shame in my game. I love these things. I can literally wear like 2 a day and be good. That's not counting nighttime. That's literally just counting like in between the hours of the day. I do change them regularly though, sometimes 3 times a day, 4 times. It just depends on what I'm feeling and how bad it is, you know, because hygiene and stuff. But also on my lighter days, I love tampons so much. I will only wear pads when I'm sleeping. And I wish I had known about these tampons when I was younger and I was going to public school. I'm graduated now though, but it doesn't matter. Anyways, for younger girls who aren't scared to try tampons, because I was a little bit at first, these are the Plex, I think they are. I don't think I'm saying that right. It's the U one. It's the, I'll have to look up the name and then put it right here across the screen. But these are so easy. They can literally slide in your pocket and no one has to know that you're on your period, especially because when I went to school, I would always carry a purse around with me. But all of the girls would love to try to go into your purse and like sneak and look into your purse, even if it's a side purse and you're like carrying it around with you constantly. People are just like that, you know? So yeah, you can just put this in your pocket and go into the bathroom and no one's gonna know. And I love that about this tampon. Also, when you're ready to use it, all you have to do is click this in place. It stays like this, and then you do your business. But yeah, that's just a reason why I love these tampons and I love these pads. The topic is when to know the right time to start wearing a bra. For me personally, I was 8 years old when I started seeing changes in my body, and my mom started to see changes in my body and she was like, we need to get you a training bra. So when you start seeing changes in your body and you start seeing things and noticing things and you're getting sensitive around your chest area, that might be a sign that you need to start wearing a bra. For me, I was super excited about it. I have been girly my whole entire life, so I was so excited to become a woman. And that definitely does not make you a woman. Let me clarify. It does not make you a woman, but also I know that it can be hard being one of the only girls in your entire grade to start getting them, because again, I did start developing super young. I was like first, second grade, so I was one of the only kids who was developing like that. And then again, I was super tall as well, so that might be another factor as well. I don't really know. But yeah, when you start seeing changes and feeling changes in your chest area, like more sensitiveness or something, it might be a sign to ask a parent or a guardian of yours to get you a bra. And it's nothing to be embarrassed about, because again, I went through it at such a young age, and even if no one else in your class has it going on with them, just know that there are people out here who has had early development as well, and they've had it with them. So you're not alone at all. You're not alone. But I'm gonna get on to the next topic. Okay, so the next topic is birth control. I love this topic so much. It's so great. No, really, honestly, birth control for me was like a no. I was on it for about 6 months, and how I got on it was because for one, I wanted to get on it. For two, my mom was like, you might need to go on birth control. But also the big thing that happened to me was my belly swelled like I was 6 months pregnant. And it wasn't overnight. It was literally within like a couple month radius. And that's like a very scary point in time, you know? So I go to the gynecologist. They tell me everything looks good. We have no clue why your stomach's swollen. We just don't know. And I see the gynecologist himself, and then he goes, well, I don't know, it's probably hormones and put you on birth control. So I love the fact that gynecologists just put birth control like as everything, and is like, oh, your issue is your hormones, birth control. Oh, you're having cramps for your period, birth control, birth control. But for me, it definitely was not good. I was spotting in between my periods, and then my periods were like heavy, and then I would miss a month. And I think I was on it for like a good almost a year. Honestly, I have no clue. I can't remember, but it was a good amount of time. And depression was there. It was just, I didn't have any weight gain or anything like other people. I know that mine wasn't as bad as other people's could be, but there were just some changes that I didn't like. And for me, it was definitely a bad experience because I was having just depression was really bad during that time with that. And yeah, the bleeding was like really bad as well. So I wish that doctors would just not hand out birth control. By the way, I was like 14, 15 when I got on it. Birth control is not like that for everyone, and birth control, actually, it does stop you from getting pregnant 90% of the time, but sometimes you can get pregnant on birth control. Just a fair warning here. I didn't go through this personally, but I've had friends and other people around me who has experienced this. So yes, you can get pregnant on birth control. So make sure if you are active in that department and you can have babies, please, 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 if you don't want kids, use other precautions. Okay, let's move on to the next topic. So last topic is how to know when you're about to start your period. I was gonna do discharge and hygiene and stuff, but I thought I would leave that for another video. Anyways, so I was having a lot of discharge for about like 6 months to a year before I started my period, and I was having cramps for about 4 months before I started, and my stomach was bloating for about 3 to 4 months. And also, again, I was developed like a year and a half. I started developing in other areas before I started my period. So about a year and a half before I started my period is when I started developing. And yeah, and what I mean developing, I don't just want to say, oh, got boobs, you know? So I use developing because it's just a better term for your period. Cramping, bloating, gassiness even. You're developing in other areas. For instance, you're getting hair in your armpits. That's one thing too. I was getting hair on my armpits, like literally around the same time. Yeah, so hair on your armpits, just hair anywheres, you know, on your legs, things like that. So that's also another thing. When you're about to start your period, you're going to go through puberty, and you're starting to go through puberty, which is lovely, but that's just about it for me. That's all the signs that I had. I'm sorry that this video is so choppy and so but I did just want to film a little bit and tell you guys my story on how all this works out for me. Anyways, I'm probably gonna go. Also, if you made it to the end of this video, comment this emoji down below and you might get a special little comment from me or a follow back on Instagram or something. So yeah, follow me on all my social media, link down in the description. I have a new posting schedule. It is Sundays at 12 p.m. and Thursdays at 3 p.m. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye guys, welcome to my life.